Okay. All right. I think we're live. Let's make sure that we are live. Let me actually make sure myself before we get started. We have a special panel, an impromptu panel that's happening right now as we speak. Hopefully, yes, we're live. Okay. What's up? What's truth? We're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me hit you guys with some music, and then we'll be on the other side of this music. All right, welcome everybody to the MLH channel. We have a very special, quick panel here. As you can see, I got a couple of. Well, I got one hippie on panel. What's up, hippie? How you doing today?
What what's going on, everybody?
And also I have Ellie up on the panel as well.
Hello, everyone.
I
Fair lady.
Yes. What's up, fair lady? What's
Press
up,
harder.
POP system? So Plas, Press Harder, Matthew.
Matthew.
What's up, every South Alabama? Everybody that's in there. If I missed you, I do apologize. I'll try to get you guys as you guys come in. But I named this panel "Hippie and AFA Get Screwed by the Lamestream Media." And before we get into that discussion, I want to set the scene here for what happened. Now, basically, this was what a day.
Actually, before you do that, can I say something?
Yeah, for sure, Ellie.
I'm really mad, people. I'm
Oh,
really mad. This story has pissed me off beyond belief, so I'm really mad. I just wanted to put that out there in case anybody was wondering why I'm up here, because I'm really mad.
yeah. This is I'm kind of pissed off at this thing too. K Dot, what's up, my bro? This is a special panel. Hippie, set the scene. What happened? This was day before yesterday, I believe. Maybe,
Yeah, I think it was maybe 3 days ago.
Yeah, it was last week.
yeah.
It was last week. Yeah. We went into a town hall. We had done a whole bunch of town halls. Connecticut's rough. I gotta say, I've never been to Connecticut auditing, and pretty much every town hall we hit was quite abrupt and. But we did this, the one town hall, we were interacting with town officials. Josh AFA was actually singing a little chunk of a Santa tune, and then he would point at a town hall official. And 3 out of the 4 officials actually sang the end of the Santa song. And then we go upstairs into the executive office, and let me tell you, a bomb exploded.
Okay.
And
When you say Josh was singing a song, so basically it was kind of maybe a festive thing, maybe a kind of a just I mean, he wasn't poking fun at anybody like he normally does. There was no malicious intent. It was just simply to see a reaction, correct? Like either
Well,
way.
no, actually, it wasn't even for a reaction. Hippie, go ahead. You can answer it. You were there.
we were just having some fun with people. Again, I really always want a more positive reaction than a negative reaction.
Right.
Us auditors out here, we get beat up pretty bad for being agitators and blah, 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 which is something I am a mile from. I do occasionally get loud with cops, but usually it's always because they started it. I'm not never a first giver. So we were having some fun with some employees. It was going positive. Christmas stuff everywhere.
And I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was actually a festive day. They were celebrating Grinch Day.
Yeah, there was supposed to be some kind of gathering on the front step. I'm assuming, I can't guarantee, but my guess was that there was going to be someone arriving in a Grinch suit on the front town hall steps, and they were going to do some kind of a blah, blah, blah. So as we were asking these employees to sing Santa songs, we were also asking what's the deal with the Grinch out being here today and what was the premise, and nobody would really give us any information. And Josh even said on his live stream, this is kind of like when you get a Santa present early and you have to put it in the back room and you're not supposed to look at it, and all you can think of is the present in the room. So we were really kind of wondering what was going to go on because we might have hung around to film it. And,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, Ryan Halsinger, welcome on in. We're talking with the Wandering Hippie and Ellie about an incident that happened about 3 days ago. Fly, welcome to the party. Who else did I miss? Miss Libby, welcome on in there. TN Accountability. And I don't, Snark and Snass, welcome.
Snark.
Toe for Life, welcome. Okay, so.
And I don't know about, I mean, everybody's heard of the Grinch, I'm sure, but I don't know what Grinch Day is. So they wanted to inquire about what Grinch Day was because I don't know. So I think it's a good question. Maybe it's something that people in the town or something might want to go to. Maybe you want to host it in your town. I don't know. Inquiring minds want to find out what Grinch Day is. What's it about? What does it mean? Does the Grinch have a heart that melts and gives presents or collect presents? I don't know. It could mean a lot of things.
How much does it cost to put on one of these things?
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, see, so that's what I'm saying. The questions were there to be asked, right? So
they were setting up a huge area by the front door on the inside of the building. It had Santa Village and all kinds of Santa stuff on tables down a hallway, and that's where we first found out about this. This woman came up very happily. She saw we had cameras, we were filming. She was very polite, as were almost all of the employees. Only one employee before we got upstairs, she wasn't negative, she just kind of didn't respond, and we were like, okay, whatever. Again, three of the other employees sung the second part of the song. I believe he was saying something to the effect of checking your list,
and somebody would say making it twice.
Yeah, and then he would point at the employee and they would sing the next part of the song. So, I mean, it was very fun and positive,
Yeah. So when you say you went up to the executive part of the building, what does that mean? Did you go up a level? Like, what is this, like a end of game boss type thing where you're, trying to make your way through the dungeon to the boss? Like, what is what,
And that's a funny explanation of it. We started in the basement with a very beautiful young lady, and Josh was kind of saying, "Oh, what are you doing in the basement? There's no light down here. You should be upstairs." He was very fun. We were kidding. Then we went up to the first floor, and then did some stuff there, and then I guess you would call it sort of the third floor is where the executive offices are.
Okay. Question: were Hippie and AFA actually going to this Grinch Day? Banda asked in chat. I don't think they were. I don't even think they knew what was going on. I think they just planned to go.
No, we actually heard about it. We were having a fun interaction with a couple of employees in the clerk's office when a woman came in, and that's when she said, "Oh, are you guys filming for the Grinch?" Or she wouldn't tell us at first. As I recall now, and I think about it, she said something special's going on here today. And once she said that, then Josh wanted to know what it was. So he was just asking everybody, "So what's going on today? Is Santa coming?"
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. And finally we met a man in the back part of the town hall who said, "Oh, it's Grinch Day today." And he was very funny. Great guy.
Yeah. Okay, when you get up to the executive, executive branch of this building, Hippie, what was the response? Like, what was going on up there?
We walked up. There was a beautiful grandfather clock. I was kind of looking at the grandfather clock. Josh turned the corner. I heard him having some interaction with a lady in an office, so I poked my head around the corner, and she's, "You can't film me, blah, blah, blah." I mean, we could play the chunk of the video if you'd like.
Okay, I have the Facebook video.
Right, but let's play Hippie's video first for those who might not have seen it.
Okay.
On what happened after they went into this section of the building.
Sure.
And to make it clear, they did not go into any office. They were in a common hallway within this section.
Right.
known as the
Right.
administrative accounting section.
Right. Right.
And there, I'm sure we're going to see that they were all so happy and appreciative that citizens were coming out to see the beautiful building that they paid for. Right, Hippie?
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're about to.
Rosie,
Here we
welcome
go.
to the chat.
Right here is the very first chunk. All right, let me put it in the StreamYards.
All right, hold on.
Welcome in, everybody, while we're doing this. Fly, Trinity. Let's see who else on this.
Trinity.
Ryan, Rosie, Amanda.
Did I miss
Good to
Trinity?
see you all. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Emily, what's up, hon?
Here we go.
Emily.
Here is this is now. Let's get this very clear, Hippie. This is your video. Here?
This is my video. You have 100% permission to play my video, sir.
All right. Here is Hippie's video of what
Notice the Christmas festivities, the little fireplace with the wreath and the stockings hung.
Nutcracker in the bottom there.
Yep.
Yeah. The
So
wreath.
it's a festive day, everybody.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
I'm sorry?
Are you filming me?
Yes.
Shut it off. Please shut it off. I don't want to be filmed.
Shut it off? No, we can't shut it off.
Listen, get out of here. I don't want to be filmed. I'm not kidding.
There's National Grinch
she's
Day.
showing people's paperwork.
There's National Grinch Day today. Is that to
You know
sell?
what? Can you please shut that off?
No, that's silly.
What do you mean no? Get out of here. Listen.
How you doing, boss?
How are you? Hello.
Look at that face. Man.
So they're celebrating.
Now pause it for a
National Grinch
second.
Day at 4:15.
Hippie pause. Yeah. I don't have to.
Okay. Hippie, pause that for a second. Now, just from what you see, she did ask him to shut off the camera. But as you noticed, Josh just did a little giggle and was like, no, silly, I'm not going to turn off my camera. Anywhere does anybody in chat see where he was intimidating her?
So far, I don't see any of that at all.
I don't see it.
And you can see the door right in front of us. It's a half door. There is another half. The door is open a little, but we're clearly in the hallway.
Right. Right. Okay.
Shall I keep
Let's
going?
Let's
Yep, go ahead.
continue on. Yeah.
You get out of here now. You know
Man,
what? I'm going to hit the panic button.
you're gonna hit the panic
The
button.
panic button. Oh no, camera. Let's hit the panic button. Call out the army.
Pause the
No,
video
we're
just for a
coming around
second,
after.
Hippie. Sorry. This is going to be a pause and go thing. I think it's really, really funny. That's the first time I heard that. See, I didn't see your version of this, Hippie. This is my first time seeing it. But that is probably one of the funniest things I think I've ever heard somebody say. I'm going to hit the panic button.
And I'm telling you, the joy and excitement that she had a panic button and got to actually use it. Oh, she was in her glory.
Right, right.
That's right. I got my panic button. Let me hit it. Let me hit it. It's Christmas. Can't wait to get there.
That's the
I think
Christmas spirit. Yeah,
I think his camera was a cannon. Quick,
Right.
panicking.
Right. Hey,
I mean,
Alan B. and George Daly, welcome on into chat. We're discussing Wandering Hippie's adventure with AFA at that. Now, this was this town hall, city hall?
Yeah, this was the town hall in Ridgefield, Connecticut.
Okay.
And if you notice that gentleman right there behind the computer, he decides to join in on the festivities of the panic button and call 911. Because this is an emergency, people. 2 people in a public building with a camera. I mean, you know that SWAT needs to be called, right? This isn't a joke here. You got people with cameras, people.
Well,
Cameras. You know what could happen with cameras? You could actually see your government officials either doing something or not doing something. This is an emergency.
Well,
I mean,
just look at Hippie. He's very intimidating, and he's very aggressive. He's been known to carry around varying cameras with him, and that could cause a lot of.
I mean,
damage.
I do have my camera on a stick, but
Right.
I am about the farthest from acting violent type of person ever. What's up,
Right.
Well,
Navin?
maybe if you stop saying peace and love,
Right.
hippie,
Right?
because they think that
Right?
that's just throwing them off. You
Right.
know, you really must mean something else, and it's a subliminal message to throw on the attack. I mean,
Right.
I'm sure that everybody would feel the same way, right?
Right.
So this is
Navin.
important.
I mean, even when I looked over at this guy, I was like, "Oh, look at this guy! Hey, boss, how you doing?" Like I was somewhat friendly to him, but listen to what goes on here
Right.
when
Right.
we
Navin,
dress.
welcome to chat. Jody, welcome to chat. I think I got everybody. Okay, hippie. Let's continue on with the dude that also hits his panic button, which is
Oh no, he actually picks up the phone.
that's on.
He's not privy in that office to
Oh,
have the panic
he
button, so
doesn't have
he
the
actually has
panic
to use the
button.
phone.
You're right. So he another way of getting the police.
Yes,
Go ahead.
absolutely, because the panic button might not work.
Right, right. They have to make doubly sure that they get SWAT in there to take care of these. John Eagle, welcome to chat. He says hippie's beard is very intimidating. I agree, man. That beard, that beard's something else, man. I mean, if that doesn't scream, I'm gonna kill you 10 times. I don't know what does. All right,
Excuse
hippie, go ahead and play the
The annual Grinch Day that you're having at 4:15. But I guess before we got to that, she
You know what? I'm gonna
lost her mind.
get the fuck out of here.
Here she comes.
Holy
Get
pause
the
the
F
video.
out of here.
Pause the video. Pause the video.
Don't
Hippie.
do that. You're gonna look very.
Pause it.
Oh,
Oh,
whoa!
Oh.
Hold on. The first thing I noticed, that is the first time I think I've ever heard a public employee at a town hall use the F word.
yep.
Get the fuck.
Now, mind
out of-
you, also, I want you to notice that she took the time to put her papers down to pick up that folder that had that clip on it. So that was premeditated. She knew what she was going to do. Rewind
Yes.
it like 20 seconds so you can see it.
Yep. Let's watch this again. Okay, right there. There you go.
She puts the papers down that she has. She hits the panic button. Hold on.
Silly.
I went
Yep.
too
Are
far.
you the
back.
first selectman?
Okay.
You can tell he's out in
we're coming
the
around
hall.
asking questions about the annual Grinch Day that you're having at 4:15. But I guess before we got to that, she
You know what? I'm gonna
lost her mind.
You know what? She thinks about it. She puts those paper down, gets the folder with that black clip on it.
Not gonna be good. Don't do that.
Get the F out.
You're gonna look very.
And that's it. She's mad. Boom.
Look at
You
her
saw
eyes.
her lips pierce and her eyes bulge.
Now,
That was
Yeah.
intent.
Look at
I
her
wish-
eyes too. Someone commented on that. Her eyes are super baggy. Like she might
Yeah.
not getting sleep,
she
or
must
I
have
don't
been
know what she's up
really tired. Maybe she was taking some Xanax at night or something of that nature. That
Or maybe she ran out of her script. I mean, we don't know. You're assuming.
You're
You
right.
know,
I'm
maybe
not-
she didn't
yeah,
have any. We don't
allegedly.
know.
Right. I'm just
You
saying
know.
maybe. These are possibilities.
Yes. Not accusing her, but just saying she's got some type of an anger management issue
Right.
that hasn't been managed yet.
So let
Okay.
me go ahead.
Go ahead,
You go.
Hippie. You want
I was just gonna say after we play a little bit of this, let's scroll forward to where the town manager blames me, where he says, "Oh, what did you
Right.
what did you threaten her?"
Actually, not only him, but the police also want to know, what did you guys do to make her do that? Because she would never do that.
I think
I'll
we
keep
just
playing it though. Let's
No.
listen to this douchebag across the hall call the cops and
hold
what
on.
Josh says to him. Go
Before
ahead.
before you push play, Hippie, I just have another quick question. Now, this is a counter. We're looking at a counter, right?
Well,
So
it's a
that-
door. It's a
it's a
door that
half
was split in
door.
half.
Okay.
So she
It's got
has it
like a
open.
little. It's got like a little shelf on it, probably so you can fill out your paperwork when you're a person
Okay.
from the public to do whatever you're doing. I
Yeah,
believe
because
it's
you can't go in her office. I mean,
Right.
God forbid. She
There
has
was-
human contact.
Right. Now, how far was the distance from where Josh was to where she was sitting there, Hippie, out of curiosity?
Josh was almost
Mm-hmm.
leaning against the opposite side wall of the
Okay.
hallway. So he was probably, the 3 feet of a hallway plus, probably 7 or 8 feet from
Yeah.
her doorway
So
to
about
where
10
she's
feet.
sitting. Yeah,
Right.
easily.
So we just witnessed it from Hippies, and I really wish I had AFA's view as well. I'm
We
sure
do. I on my video at the very end, I'll show you. Josh pulls out his camera when we're sitting in my car. He puts his camera up to my camera, and we
Okay.
show his view to see. And
Okay.
of course, me and Josh are good buddies, so you'd have nothing to worry about anyway.
Okay.
But it's on
So
my video, so
yeah, it's your video, Hippie. So she's sitting here. She gets up. She puts her papers down, and then she picks up that folder and
She
comes.
selected that folder. She
Right.
selected that one
Right.
because it had weight and it had that big plastic hard clip that you squeeze onto files to keep them together.
Right. And then
it
so
goes
she
after them.
Right. She gets up, first of all, which is in itself an intimidation factor, right?
Right.
Because what reason would she have to get up out of her perch there?
But yet people who feel that they are intimidated don't go towards the intimidation. They
Right.
stay as far away from it.
Right.
But not this woman.
or
She
shut the
has to come
door,
around.
right?
Right.
I mean, that door has a top half as well. She could have completely shut the door and been, or just walked away, right? I mean, that would have been the smart thing to do. Just go into
Right.
somebody else's office and not be scared. If that was your supposed feeling, she's
Correct.
obviously not scared. Look at her gritting her teeth.
Yeah, I mean,
I
you could
mean,
tell
she's angry.
she was definitely angry. Now, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there, Hippie. Did Josh like stick his tongue at her, or
There was nothing other than what he was just saying to that guy.
Right. And exactly the point is that he was not even filming her when she took it upon herself to get up from that desk to come around. Josh had already moved on to the person across the hall.
right?
I think
talk to
actually,
him.
to be fair to the lady, Ellie, Josh was standing there with his head turned, looking into the guy's office,
Correct.
but his camera was still, he was holding it at the woman in the office.
No, because you can see the guy.
Yeah.
You can see the guy he's talking to.
Yeah.
So the camera wasn't even on her anymore.
Right. Couple
But she
things
still
here.
gets up.
Couple of other things I want to mention real quick. First of all, Gregory, thanks for being in chat. You be chilling. Welcome.
You be
The thing that I did notice too is the first piece of paper that she had, that was somebody's documents. I don't know
Yeah,
if that was
tax documents. That was
yeah,
a W-9. I said that in Josh's live the other day. If we wanted to, not that I want to, because God forbid, I don't want anybody's information. That's not why I do it.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to scroll in, surely you could see whose W-9 that was.
Right. So John Denicola,
Hey, John.
welcome. The other thing that I wanted to mention, if you haven't hit the like button, feel free to do so. We got 39 people in here right now, so please do me a favor and hit that like button. Let's get more people in here. Rosie, welcome to chat. I saw you earlier, but I don't think I mentioned you. But okay. And then what else was I going to say? So definitely the intent was there because the original W-9 form was put down, and she selectively, as Ellie eloquently put it, and very astutely put, that she picked up, selected that particular folder to pick up and chase AFA with it. So continue with the video, Hippie.
Got you.
Fab Daddy, welcome.
Oh my God! Assault.
Then, hold
gonna
on,
have to call
she
someone
runs
now.
around
Unfortunately,
the
she's in
hallway,
trouble.
which she could have clearly
Wow, I
have
don't think I
done
got that on
without
film,
hitting
but
him.
I
what
do.
the
Yeah.
hell? Please call the police.
He saw it. You saw that. Perfect.
There he
That's
is on the
listen-
phone. 911.
Please call
Harry,
the
it's an
police.
emergency.
So listen to this. Yeah,
hold on.
listen to this guy talk to the cops, and listen to what Josh says. And never at any point does he do what Josh says. So let's listen.
I am. Get out of here.
That's assault and battery, man.
Now, wait, hold on. She's so intimidated, she walks past him again,
Yep.
knowing that he has the camera. This is somebody who feels intimidated and then sits down. Come on.
Very casually. Very
Yeah, crossing her
nonchalant.
legs. She's very comfy. She loves the center of attention.
Yeah.
No, he's just too young for National Bridge Day.
He does say that at least. He does say they're filming for National Grinch Day, which was kind of cool. But again, listen to what Josh says.
Do you want to mention the assault? Oh, she's gonna be in trouble now.
Damn, sorry for her. That was silly.
That was
Assault is going right in the
insane.
face.
It really was insane, and it wasn't just insane. I mean, like I say, her gritting her teeth. I'm gonna put out a community page that's gonna show her like gritting her teeth. Like I slowly scrolled through, and Josh has got one too. That's very. Uh, she was very angry, man. I don't get it.
Right.
I'm just saying that you do not come towards intimidation. So if she was so intimidated when she walked around that corner, she should have done that without assaulting him. But she assaults him first, then goes around, then comes back, sits down casually, crossing her legs, hiding her face so she can hear everything that's going on. Because why? She knows she's protected.
Right.
She's part of the thin blue line. So she's like, I got everybody on my side. These are my friends. I've been here forever. And I'm tired of you pesky citizens coming in here. You could just mail your money to me. You don't need to come in here. There's no questions.
Right.
This is my building, not your building. You just because you paid for it doesn't give you the right to be in here. This is the attitude that this woman has.
And by the way, I mean, does she not understand now this opens up a huge can of worms? Because not only, I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of civil lawsuit after this is all done, said and done, maybe, maybe not. But also, this is going to be a big alert to other auditors
Jody.
in the area. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, she just opened herself to many more of these type of visits. So I hope they either reprimand her or they make her very aware that people are very, very okay in their First Amendment right to record her.
Well, we'll get to that point because that's covered. So we'll get to that point before we answer those questions.
Right.
So let's continue so we can get to the people who assume that Hippie and Josh must have done something to
Right.
deserve an assault.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to show that.
I got it.
I might have to.
I got it. When
rewind.
people get close to me, I hold the phone up high.
Can anybody in the audience tell me if we got that on film?
Oh, we got it.
Of course you
I
did.
know
Hippie.
Josh says he got.
No, I didn't get it. I get quite a bit of criticism.
Well, but you saw her. No, you saw her pick it up to go to hit him, and you heard it.
Yes.
Right. I did
And
hear
also,
it. And
yeah,
I saw it. I am an actual witness, right? I mean, but and surprisingly, people said, "Oh, look around. Is there any cameras?" And I looked around, and there was no cameras anywhere. That was a lot of the comments, though, were, Hippie, how come we didn't see a hippie foot or a hippie hand go in front of her? Well, because that opens a whole can of worms, in my opinion. Then I assaulted her. So,
Well, but who would
you know what I mean?
think?
Just better
Who
off to
would
let her
think
do her
that you could
thing.
be assaulted just for a camera? I mean, to be honest with you, I'm thinking, and if anybody in chat wants to join me, I'm thinking about maybe we need to file a class action lawsuit against all these camera makers because apparently it's not legal. So how can you sell something that is obviously so intimidating and violating to people? We must get rid of these camera things.
Hey,
Well,
Terry, thanks for being in chat, and also ATL, welcome to chat. All right, go ahead.
ATL. I just want to know why a giant fucking town hall like this, people don't know.
I think they do know. I think they do know, Hippie. That's the whole kit and caboodle. I think they do know, and I think they know that they're very well protected. But it's going to take people like you to go in there and just
risk death. I mean, she pushed the panic button.
Right.
Who knows where the fucking guys are going to show up thinking I got an AR in my pocket?
Well, that's a great point. That's a very good point, Hippie. So
you know,
from her own admission, she hit the panic button, which I have no idea what in the world. Now, if she wanted to make a quick call to security to say, "Hey, we got these two guys hanging around here," you know, hey, Becky, welcome to chat. Thanks for being in here. Thanks a bunch. But it just it's like she couldn't wait to do it. Okay, continue on, Hippie, with the video.
Got it. Did anybody else see that assault?
Did you want to tell them that lady assaulted us and we have it on camera?
He's still telling the cops.
Anybody in chat? Did you guys see that?
Let me just pause it real quick. So that's Josh again trying to tell the guy that works in the town hall, I don't know what he is, Did you tell the cops that I was assaulted? He never tells them. So again, now we've still got the cops coming hot. You know, what the frig?
That plan is
Yeah, I
up
don't get
chizzy.
that.
You know you can't just hit people, right?
Camera? A couple of them.
You can't just hit people, man.
Now, see, he wasn't even there to witness it, but he
Assault.
knows that Josh was intimidating. How do you know that Josh was intimidating when you were not even there when it happened?
He's gonna give you the lowdown. Yeah, you guys are in kind of hot water. She just assaulted me with a file.
He's got a cut on his
I've never
face,
seen anything
literally.
like that.
He's got
Look,
blood
there she
on his
goes.
face.
There she goes into
Right
the
past
office.
him. Right past
He
him.
intimidated me, boss man.
Wow,
He
Josh.
intimidated me. I'm
That's
so
crazy.
upset.
Weren't you alive?
Where's the
We're
cut?
saying
Pause it
Christmas
there. Where's the cut on Josh's face? Did you?
It's
Is it?
right above his lip, near
Okay.
his nose.
All right.
Yeah, it's about an inch long. It's not. I mean, it's not huge, but the fact of it is, if I did that to a public employee,
You would
God
have been in jail.
forbid,
You would have been in jail.
yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt.
Okay. Right.
And let's
Yeah,
be
we
honest,
got
if
all that
Josh
on
would have
camera.
protected himself
Having fun with
and hit
people,
himself
you know,
and
the
hit her
whole
back,
time.
he would still have been arrested and put in jail. She would not have.
No, we were having a tour. We were looking up about national.
Look, it's a little
Grinch Day,
meeting in that
had
room.
all the different officers being really polite, and then this lady just assaulted me and hit me in the face. So now she's kind of in big trouble.
We need to have the police arrive.
So it went from. It's a good thing you guys are celebrating National Grinch Day because I think she's a perfect honoree for it. But you know, I'm just gonna wait here now till the police come because.
Yeah, why don't we wait
See how they try to get him out of that area? Oh,
No.
come this way. Come this way.
No, thank
But they
you.
stand their ground. Good for them.
I'm not very professional that you would explain that we're filming, but you left out the fact that someone with a huge audience. I heard what you said. You didn't say that she assaulted us, did you?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
He even asked him at least 3 times. Say she assaulted me. Say she assaulted me. Did you say she assaulted me?
Right.
So at
right.
least they know why they're coming. So
And
they
he
didn't have
had
to
front view,
race
so he
it.
saw it.
They put
Yeah.
people at risk flying there at 90 miles an hour. I'm positive because we heard him coming. You
Now,
know,
here's the
even
question.
Becky,
You have this big, strong, strapping man with his door open right across from her door. Why, if she was so intimidated and he was so threatening, did he not get up to protect his fellow coworker
right,
from this vicious person with a camera?
right.
I
Becky,
can tell you right now by his look, he looked like we were doing something wrong. When I first looked in there, I even said, I go, hey, boss. And then I go, look at that face. He was pissed. Like he thought we shouldn't have been there.
right.
Right, but he didn't think that, he thought it was an annoyance. He didn't think that Josh or you were as intimidating, or he would have gotten up and done something.
Right.
He
He
should have.
didn't.
Right.
He should have said something right to her. Hey, calm down.
Right.
Shut the door.
Becky said I would have power drive that bitch right on her own desk.
That's what
I
Banana
believe
was.
Becky would have done that.
Yeah.
Banana came into the live. She's like, "What? If me and Ellie were there, I tell you that wouldn't have happened."
Yeah.
It was quite funny.
Irish Rover, welcome to the chat. You should
Hey,
have
Irish.
your wrench. You should have your wrench now, Irish. So been a long time coming. I've been waiting for you to come on in. So welcome to Moddom on the MLH channel, Irish. So
And God help you.
yeah,
The pay sucks.
the pay. Well, the check's in the mail, Irish. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. All right, Hippie. Let's continue on with the video here.
Wow, Josh.
Lawsuit,
Lawsuit.
arrest.
Lawsuit.
That is
Assaulted.
definitely
You see her hit
lawsuit
me in the
grounds.
face?
I
bet you
don't.
missed that, right?
Yeah.
It is, but let's continue.
Oh, here comes bitch face now. This one right here.
No, wait, hold on. So everybody knows this lady is in charge of the Ridgefield, Connecticut deli. As you will notice by her office, she has a now serving with the number wheel like you get in the deli. So apparently she serves all.
Oh, are you in the administrative assistant? Actually, perfect.
See, there's that number thing Ellie's talking about. It says, "Please take a number." Like what?
Yep. Because she's very important and special.
Look at, you can see it. I have one of those at Stop and Shop where I live. Exactly.
Oh,
I mean,
she looks like a peach, man. Like she's
Well,
just
she already knows what happened. She
Oh,
was
she
already
does.
called and told, but she will pretend as if she knows nothing. Here's my thing. If she truly knew nothing, Her reaction to the citizens is appalling.
Yes,
Hey,
absolutely.
it says it all when I ask her, do you think it's okay for someone to assault someone? Because the first time I said, do you think what happened was okay? She was like, well, I don't know what happened. I'm like, all right, well, do you think it's okay for someone to hit someone? And she kind of like wouldn't answer. I forget what she said. And then I said, well, do you think it's okay if I were to hit you? Like, because, obviously I would go to jail instantly if I put my hand on I don't care if it was with a piece of paper.
Right.
They'd
right.
have me in handcuffs. But yeah, she totally protects this woman.
Is there anything of relevance going forward here, Hippie?
We can scroll to the end and see Josh's.
Well, no. Scroll to when the cops
town
come.
manager.
Or the town manager. Both of those are important.
Okay. Let's look at the town.
Or first councilman. There's the cop.
I'm not interested in Sourpuss face.
She then gets up from her chair, walks up to me, hits me in my face. You can see the scratch right there. Got it on 2 different camera angles. So at this point, we stayed here waiting for you. So we want to figure out what's next. She just assaulted someone. So I'm going to let you guys do your thing and stand by.
Here we go.
When you came in here, you said you were singing and doing what?
Oh, no, we just heard that there was some sort of thing going on today between 3 and 4. So we came in asking the different offices, like what was going on, and did fun things like making a list. And then the other person said, checking it twice.
3 out of the 4 people actually said the rest
Christmas
of the song.
cheer, filming the town hall, the decorations, all that.
Okay.
And then when we got to this young lady's office, she got up out of her chair and told us it was illegal to film, and she hit me in the face.
Started swearing. You fucking this and that. And
Okay. Was there anything that led up to that, or was it just immediate?
Yeah. Is there anything you guys did? What did you do to make this woman hit you?
Right.
Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at that right there where I stopped it. Look at him.
And maybe he's shocked because he usually thinks that's his job to assault people.
Right. It's like, well, this is like every day for me. Like, what's going on here? Like, this is normal. Like, look at his face. It's like,
yeah, look at it.
shit
He's
or
totally
something.
disgusted. He's
He's like smelling shit or something. Melissa Stedman, well, like certain people when they're interviewed and they get that face, it's like maybe there's a little bit of shit on the microphone or something. Was there shit on your cameras, like to make them look like that?
I'm not sure. I mean, I might have stunk a little. I got to tell you guys, I'm not as calm and as cool and collected as Josh. So, cops started filing in, and town employees are mad, and people are yelling, and someone got hit. I'm pretty tense, so I don't know. Maybe it was me. I can't be sure.
Wait, don't move anything. Don't move anything. I want you to blow up this picture for a second. Exactly where it is.
I can't blow. Oh, maybe I can. No, it won't let me blow.
Okay,
it up.
if you can't, I want everybody in chat to please take notice to where the officer's left hand is.
Right?
Already on his taser. He's about to tase Josh because there's no reason in the world why you should be intimidating with a camera. So he's already ready and prepared for it. He doesn't just have his hand down, his hand on his hips.
Also
he's ready to pull that taser out and zap him.
The Irish Rover has a great point here. Why does he have gloves on?
Because he was ready to be hands to hand.
Yeah.
Fucking let's throw down. I'm going to protect my hands.
You can see his hand on the taser. He's ready to just take him out.
Look at his death suit. He's got a giant knife there at his side. Jesus, he's got all kinds of clips.
Yeah.
Look at the other guy. Doesn't he have his hand on a gun? It looks like it to me, yeah.
They're ready.
Me and him had a little interaction. People said to stop bullying him. I did give him a little bit of shit, but I couldn't help it. The chat was just like teasing me, like, we'll give you money if you can make him smile. So I started reading him out. People were like, Uncle Fester. Then people were like, oh, he must be married to the woman who assaulted the woman. And I was doing like a little comedy show. I felt bad, but
why would you feel bad? I mean, these people are used to way worse than that, Hippie. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Let's watch a little bit more of this. Who's this lady? Is this Sourpuss face?
Yeah.
Okay. She's had a
Listen
little
to
bit
him
of ass
come.
going on there.
That's
Yeah.
people were calling me out. They're like, "What were you looking at, hippie?" In the comments. I'm like, I wanted to see what paperwork she had in her hand. Stop it, you guys. Why does everybody got such a dirty mind?
Panic
Anyway.
doesn't cause gloves, Rosie said. Jesus.
He's still got his hand on his gun.
Yeah.
Did I butcher that up? Oh, patrol officer. I get it. Excuse me, dear.
I was getting more rhetoric about deer.
Roger. 19117.
It's just who I am. I don't mean any insult to people, and I can't stop from doing
I
it.
want to see
So
how they try to get her out of assault with a scratch on your face.
On 2 cameras.
And about 110 people watching.
Yeah, so lots of witnesses to this. So
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know who these guys are. I'll give them a chance to do their job before I pass a judgment.
I gotta say, Josh was very cordial. He told them, "Listen, if she apologizes,
Yeah, and we'll see that. We'll see that.
You wanna play through all of
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I want people to see, for those who are lurking
Yeah,
or
you got a pretty
ever,
good scratch
who
on your
think that
face, man.
auditors are just out for clicks and views and want the arrest and want people to file a lawsuit. I want you to see
How are you?
how he truly tried to handle this.
I'm great, been better. How look at you? You got a Christmas smile on your face. Oh, okay, yeah.
Get to where the other cop comes back, though. The dark hair
All
cop,
right, man.
the taser cop. There he goes. He's watching the video. Go ahead, because it's after this that he says it.
Yeah,
I think
that's
you
where I was.
went too far.
She's talking about when he comes back.
Well, no, he said it even before.
Yeah.
He said it before she went to go talk to her.
I hope the DA is looking at this and adding charges like they do to everybody else.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, can you just keep rolling?
Yep. I'm rolling live. We got quite a few people in here.
So he already went to get her side. Now, I'm sure she admitted to doing it because she knows that he's about to see the video.
Did you see him roll his eyes when I said there's quite a few people watching live? He rolled his eyes like he knew we had a lot of witnesses.
Josh showing the
changes
evidence.
there.
I mean, I got it too. I'm sure of it. People said in the chat they saw it. So.
Here we go. Start right.
Whoa. What just happened?
Hello. How are you? I'm sorry? Yeah. Shut it off. No, we can't shut it off. There's National Grinch Day. There's National Grinch Day today. Is that so? No, it's silly.
What do you mean, no? Get out of here. Listen.
Seriously. Hello. So they're celebrating National Grinch Day at 4:15 in the town hall.
Sorry, guys. I forgot my glasses. I can't read the chat.
The
So.
Puck fan.
You're gonna hit the panic button? Silly. Are you the first selectman? Oh, no, we were coming around asking questions about the annual Grinch Day. You're having it 4:15, but I guess before we got to that, she lost her. Oh, man, it's not gonna be good. Don't do that. You're gonna look very. Oh, all right, man.
Okay, now pause it for a second.
Yeah, pause it.
Something I want to point out that was very important on why I wanted that part played as well. For everybody who wants to say that all these videos are edited and everybody gets to just splice in different parts and you don't get to see things, you just got to hear Josh playing it back for the cop. That was exactly the way we saw it on Hippies.
Mm-hmm.
So word for word, there was no splicing. Everything else where he's like, no, silly, I can't. And then you hear him talking to the other guy and she's like, get out of here. I told you to get out of here. Oh, F you. And goes, and you hear the smack. So
Well,
everything that you saw the first time, you got to just hear.
And at the very end, I'll show you guys Josh's camera view because he holds his camera up to my camera at the very end, and we see what Josh saw, Josh's point of view.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, Ellie, is there anything else of importance going forward?
The part where he says, but she's going to go back to him just before he walks away. Josh
Okay.
tells him again that I do not want to press charges. I just want her to apologize, and all this can go away.
Okay, let's hear that. Go ahead and play.
Pretty bad scratch, too.
You can keep watching if you want.
Okay, that's good. You can pause it.
Oh, you did?
You can grab a
So
second.
how'd you
Sure.
like it?
Gonna get a statement from you guys, in regards to the incident and everything like that, and, we'll go from there. Okay. Let's come down to, I believe there's a conference room down here.
All right.
We can take care of everything in there.
I'll wait here then. We can hang out, chill.
Okay, fast forward to he gets back. We don't need to see grumpy pants there.
No,
Oh, wait, we can catch
Oh,
the
wait,
town
you want to see?
manager blaming.
You want to see the first
Wow,
Okay. Here we go.
thing?
what the hell?
First selectman Ray. He's a peach, everybody.
Just like everybody else in that office, apparently.
Listen
And
to this
that cop.
guy, though.
Why does
Listen
he have
to
his
this
hand
guy.
on his
What?
gun?
Because he's scared.
2 tyrant town halls in a row.
Josh is a tyrant
The
magnet.
Constitution State.
He's got his hand ready on that holster, man. He's ready.
He can't wait
I'm
to
gonna
use
pop
that
him.
gun. He's probably thinking, man, it's been about maybe 10 years since I've used this thing. I need to make sure it works.
I'll let you guess.
I don't think I have to guess.
All right.
If that's
There
all
you
you
go.
want to tell me, then I think I have the ability to figure it out.
There you go. So why'd you
Yes,
ask then?
I don't
He
need
asked me
nothing.
if I was
She already
filming.
told me.
I got you.
That's all.
Well, now you know.
I don't, but.
He knows.
Well,
He
we were
knows
having a
everything.
friendly time singing Christmas carols with some of the employees until one of your employees decided to assault us.
I doubt that.
Oh, we got it on
I
film.
doubt
He's got
that.
a big scratch across his face.
Who?
The other guy who was filming with me got a big scratch down his nose. Ask the officer. He's seen it. You seen the video?
Who did it then?
This woman right in here.
Well, did you
Well,
threaten her?
Did
What you
Did
do?
you threaten her?
Threaten? Wow,
Did you
bro.
threaten her?
Jesus
She
Christ.
hit you and he's got a scratch? Oh, well, then you did something. Did you threaten her?
Did you threaten her? Yeah, he threatened her by saying, no, silly. I'm not going to do that. That's threatening. Get the fuck out of here, you worthless fucking. He needs to retire too.
I
That guy
find him
needs-
using his power to try to blow this off to be very intimidating.
So let's go to the part where Josh tells the cop if she apologizes, he'll. 'Cause that's worth watching. Josh has a little interaction. It's kind of the same bullshit.
Yeah, here we go.
When that cop comes back out, here we go. Come on.
Okay. So the apology's not gonna happen. Okay, so we'll get a written statement from you, just detailing, what you guys were doing leading up to you coming here, what led up to the incident at hand.
Wait a minute. Pause that video. Did I just hear what I think I heard?
It's hard to hear. The volume's not very loud.
Okay. He said, correct me if I'm wrong, Hippie, because you were there. You were
Yep.
right there. He
Yep.
just said what led up to this was what you guys were filming previous to you guys getting there. That
Right.
was his insinuation. Like,
So you know what that means, right? That what they're trying to do is make a narrative that we were harassing employees
Yep.
in other parts of the building. But what they didn't know was that we had been filming the whole time, having fun with the employees. I mean, one guy was grumpy at start, and Josh kidded that same line you heard him say earlier. And the guy immediately came out of it because it was Santa, and he actually said the next part of the lines. I mean, it was fucking perfect what led up to this area.
right.
And again, MLH, I always say I'd rather have a great interaction.
Right.
A couple of town halls before this, 6 cops showed up with lights blaring, and by the end, Josh was asking them if he could search him down. They were like, nah, that's funny. And then some woman came out of the office to say, oh, you want to fill this out? And Josh turned to Lieutenant and he goes, hey, Lieutenant, you mind holding my camera for me? And I'll be fucking damned if he didn't fucking grab his camera, bro, and film Josh fill out the public. I want to see that shit. They're not, in my opinion, they're not all bad.
Well,
but anyway, let's continue on with this.
Yeah, Denizen, welcome to chat. All right, let's continue.
Denizen.
Jason Gaudette, welcome.
Can I just
welcome.
say? Can I just say
Jason.
We were on three. We were on 3 radio stations today for an hour. Not me personally, but people talking about me and Josh. And then tonight we were on Channel 12 News.
Well, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. This is so anybody who didn't see the first part can understand this before we go into the newspaper article and then go into the Channel 12 News. Right. So go ahead.
Right, so here we go. I'm trying to press the StreamYards and that's not going to work.
That's the choice you'd like to make.
That's what we're doing. So if you want to have a seat over here.
So you heard him. He tried to fucking give it away.
We could get going with that.
No apology.
ID on?
I will provide it for...
Motor City, welcome into chat.
Yeah.
What's up, Ron?
Would you be willing to try?
Man. Sorry, brother.
Yeah, no, I understand. I had a feeling, but never hurts to ask. You know?
No, hey, I appreciate it. You're very friendly and been decent, so I appreciate it.
As just like part of the investigation, would you? So I know you guys are you live streaming? He's recording.
I'm live streaming. Yeah, I've got I don't know, 86 people watching.
Now, why does that matter?
It doesn't. He's just trying to get his information.
Would you be willing to?
Yeah, he wants me to submit it, and I was going to do it today, and then I talked to Josh before I did. He said, nah, don't bother. Just fucking hold it. They don't need it. They got it. They're already got their mindset. They're not going to use any information for anything other than their lies.
Yeah, and they can go on the stream and find it themselves if they want it that bad.
Let them work for it. Welcome to chat. Thank you for being in here from Penny Bunny's chat. Thank you very much. Hit the like button if you guys haven't already. If you guys are enjoying this video and the discussion, I think it's this one is definitely worth a like, guys. I say that every once in a while, but this one I think is really worth the 2 seconds it takes to hit that like button. Go ahead, Hippie. I'm sorry.
So where do we go from here? You want to go to the end and see Josh's view, or what do you
want?
No.
I want to get to the next part where he asked for the apology, and the woman, he comes out and says,
we must
nope, not going to apologize. No, because he doesn't come back out yet. Go ahead.
He just came out, going. Right?
No. He's going to go again.
You know, so anything you need, you let Josh know, and else or
I think we missed it.
I'll give you my email.
No, you can fast forward a little bit. You'll hear it again because he does it several times.
Yeah, they do love to spin it, Fair Lady, no doubt. Jason, welcome. I don't know if I said hey to you. Let's see who else.
Keep going. I'll let you know.
He wants to
keep going. Keep going.
My computer's being.
That manager's a scumbag, and I'll explain why later.
Here we go.
Okay, here you go.
You'll get paid.
All right, so can you explain to me, how things work?
Swami, welcome.
Next steps for...
Yeah, so she received a misdemeanor summons, which is basically a court ticket. So she'll be going to court to answer for the disorderly conduct charge, which is the charge appropriate in this specific situation. That will be an arraignment date. Basically, she can.
December 16th, everybody.
I'll leave it open. I will leave this open because you guys have my information.
Yeah.
Whether on camera or off, if even the office would take responsibility and issue an apology, then I would be willing to not go forward. My job is...
There you go. Hold on.
He just said it.
He said regardless of whether she does it off camera or on camera, if she apologizes, we can let all of this go. Off camera or on, he was willing to take that apology and let everything go.
He was such a gentleman. I've said it 100 times. Like, man, when she slapped him with that shit, he was so calm and cool and collected. I would have started yelling at her at least. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, he never raised his voice. He never changed his tone. He didn't say anything negative. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I know I have your email. You have your phone number as well?
Phone number on there as well.
I gave my email to Lieutenant.
Oh, you did. Thank
Yep.
you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay. So yeah, we could see what we could do.
I
as far
tried
as
my
that
best to
goes.
resolve it with just an apology.
By 2:30. No, I understand. Yep. All right, gentlemen.
All right, thank you.
Sorry that all this had to happen today. I hope
Tom's direction, you have
can
nerves
enjoy the
of
rest of your
steel.
day.
To be able to stand, this is a pedestal. You have nerves of steel to be able to stand there and take a couple of
Okay.
jabs.
All right. I think we got what we needed there. Can we
Yeah.
fast
See
forward
the very
to
end?
yeah to where he shows the I think you fast forwarded it past that point. I just saw the camera go back a little bit. Keep going. Right in there somewhere. Yeah.
All right, so this was him showing us singing caroling first.
Twice. He's naughty and nice, exactly.
Look at that's the kind of rapport we
So
were having.
we're just
See how
having some
much fun he was
fun,
having?
and then we
He
come
didn't seem
across.
intimidated.
No.
I'm sorry.
Here we go. Perfect.
Shut it off. No, we can't shut it off.
Listen, get out of here. No, I'm not kidding.
Is it?
Red,
There's
welcome.
National Grinch Day. There's National Grinch Day today. Is that to
You know
tell?
what? Can you please shut that off?
No, it's silly.
She said, please.
Be serious right now. Hello. So they're celebrating National Grinch Day at 4:15 in the town hall steps. Are you the
Can you
Grinch
get
this
out
year?
of here?
Oh, he's getting the plate right now. Make sure you
There
get
she
him getting
comes
the plate.
now.
Okay, so there's
Right there, past the Jeep.
oh man, I want to see this.
We're not
He's right
missing.
behind
He
the Jeep. You
paused
can't
it.
see him. He's
No,
right
I
there.
can't see him.
I see him.
Okay, so she had the original
Walk out of camera
W9
frame in a
form,
second.
Correct.
and then here we go.
Are you the first selectman?
She's hitting the panic button.
Oh no, we were coming
There he
around.
goes.
asking
There's the guy.
questions
All
about
he has to do is just do a little twist.
annual
Oh my
Grinch
God,
Day.
Hippie, keep the
You have it
camera
at
there.
4:15, but I guess before we got to that, she
You know what?
lost her
Oh,
mind.
there
You
we
know what?
go.
That's it. I'm mad now.
Oh man, it's not gonna be good. Don't do that. You're gonna look very. Oh,
Oh,
all
Wow,
right,
you can
ma'am.
clearly see.
Wow.
That's
Wow. Okay, just pause the video. Wow, that's that's insane, man.
And you got to see us having fun with an employee. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I don't understand. El Ramirez, welcome. Okay, he says fake news is not reporting the full story in Connecticut. We're gonna get
Correct.
to El
But-
Ramirez in just a second because that's
Yep.
what the crux of this video is about. We already conspiracy music. Welcome, my friend, to chat.
conspiracy.
Make sure you haven't hit. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. We got 42 people in here. So a few of you have not hit that like button. Let's get up to 50 because then more and more people will come in here. We got plenty to discuss on this subject, and trust me, I will ask the questions, and so will Ellie. So, okay. Should we? What did you want to discuss next, Ellie? The newspaper article or the
The newspaper
video?
article.
Okay, I don't have
Newspaper
the newspaper
article's next. Hold on, I'm looking for it.
Okay, all right. Judd, welcome.
Judd, what's up?
Oh, she just dropped. She'll be back. So, wow, she should have definitely faced punishment, Rosie, no doubt. Did you see?
Well, I felt kind of on the fence until one of the people in the chat that day, or maybe it was one of my comments, said, "What if it was an old person, or a child, or even worse? What if he picked up? She picked up a stapler? I mean,
right.
or what? Like Ellie said, what if he's a hemophiliac and once he
Right. It
started
could've been-
bleeding, he bled out over a little cut from a file? I mean,
Right. Great
those
Snake,
people don't.
welcome.
You never should hit people. It's just dumb.
Right.
Freaking violence.
Matthew,
And
Matthew says, grab a file folder and whack that like button. I love it, Matthew.
That's
Thank you
great.
for that. That's funny. All right, Ellie, did you have
Hold
the?
on.
Okay, you're.
I don't want it to kick me out, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you in an email.
Okay, let me. I gotta.
So you can do that. Hold on.
Yeah, I gotta get in there. That's what
Here,
she's.
I'll send it to your phone.
Oh, okay.
It's easier.
I can do that.
Okay, I just sent it to your phone.
All right. Hang on one second.
This article set me off today. Again,
Okay.
I was really mad.
Do you want me to read the whole thing here, Ellie?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because what's important is, and what I want people to know is there is a lot of quotes in this
Okay.
from our friend, the first select, that he quotes from
Right.
something that he did not see. He actually puts quotes in this thing. So I think
Okay.
it's very important people hear his narrative,
Can't
and
wait.
then we'll explain what happened after that.
Okay. This is from the CT Post, which I'm guessing is the Connecticut Post.
Connecticut Post, yep.
Richfield employee charged after swatting YouTuber with file folder. First select man says. What select man? What is that?
Yeah, first select councilman.
Okay. Richfield, a town employee, has been charged with disorderly conduct. Why not? Why not assault?
Just read.
Okay, I'm sorry. That really pisses me off. With disorderly conduct after swatting a YouTuber with a file folder on Thursday, First Selectman Rudy Marconi says. According to Marconi, the female employee was being recorded by two men who said they belonged to Accountability for All, a group that records videos, typically of public officials in their work settings, and uploads them to YouTube. The group calls themselves Auditors of the First Amendment. On Thursday around 2:30, Marconi said the two men wandered around town hall asking people questions and recording them with cell phone video cameras. The pair questioned people on the ground floor before ascending to the second floor, hitting every office on that level and recording everybody they saw, Marconi said. The two men proceeded up to the accounting department on the third floor, where the public seldom ever goes, and started to record a woman sitting in her office, Marconi said. She asked them to please stop videoing, and they wouldn't, Marconi said. She said, "Please, I asked you once, please stop videoing me. I don't like it." When the men refused to turn off their cameras, Marconi said, the woman became upset and lost her temper, causing her to, quote, march out, unquote, of her office and swat one of the men's phones with a file folder. The phone, in turn, allegedly struck the man in the upper lip, prompting him to file charges against the employee, who is now on administrative leave pending the outcome of an investigation, according to Marconi. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it.
And his phone, guys, is the same exact rubber coating phone that I have. Like, even if that was true, which is 100% a lie, there's no way the phone could have done that. It's
Pepper
just
welcome to
But wait,
clear,
even
outright lie.
even besides that, let's say for 1 second he didn't have the cover and Josh had some sharp mirrored glass
Right,
edges
right.
that was all around his phone.
Mhm.
If she would have kept her freaking hands to herself,
That would
it
never happen.
never would have happened.
Right. Didn't we learn that all in kindergarten? Keep your hands to yourself.
Everybody has been taught, keep your hands to yourself.
Right.
But she said, please. Well, I said, Mr. Taxman, please stop taking my money. So I'm very irritated that the government keeps taking money and charging me
Yes.
school tax and property tax. So
Right.
I want to know, according to First Select Councilman Rudy, it's okay for you to go out and assault people because you're irritated for having to pay taxes or that somebody has a camera. How much sense does that make?
Makes zero sense. It makes absolute zero
Melissa
sense.
says the entitlement this woman thought she had is insane. I
It
agree.
is incredible.
Yeah.
Listen, I just want to say I'm no great auditor, but I would never, ever in my wildest dream thought that somebody would fly out of an office and assault you as a public employee. Just
Right.
never, ever
Well, it
would have
doesn't.
thought that would happen. I can't
It
tell you.
doesn't
I've
occur to
never heard
me.
any other auditor that said, do you know of any other one, MLH? Josh said he thought it might have happened to him before, but he couldn't remember for sure.
I can't recall one time. I mean, I remember one time an officer decided push me around, which I have on video. But other than that, I mean, a public official in a town hall, never, never, never,
Yeah,
never.
it's
Just for fun,
strange.
welcome to chat.
Actually, Rosie put in a comment, and I want to comment on that. She put, "That's why he should never have offered an apology, and he should have pressed charges." I will tell you honestly, I was in chat when it was live, saying, "No, no, 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 an apology is not enough. No, 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 she needs to learn her lesson because if it was us, the situation would be different."
Yeah.
However, by Josh doing what he did,
Yep.
if this goes to a hearing, what jury would look at that and say,
Just for fun.
listen, he offered to let it all go, and all you had to do was say you're sorry, and you
didn't do
said
it.
no, and
Yeah.
the cop said that's not going to happen, and the first select Rudy said, well, what did you do?
Gotcha,
All of
Fab
that
Daddy.
looks good for Josh, to be honest,
Yep.
because
Yep.
he went in with the good intentions. So even though I and maybe a lot of other people would have handled it differently,
Yep.
the way he handled it actually
It's
makes
pretty
it
good.
look better for First Amendment auditors, to be
Right.
honest.
News
Fab
Now,
Daddy.
Ohio, welcome. Fab
Fab
Daddy,
Da-
welcome. Yeah, go ahead.
Fab Daddy says it happened to Bay Area Transparency in California. Same kind of thing. Wow. See,
Patrick
I
Davis,
never heard of
welcome.
such a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they get mad and flip out, but geez.
Make sure you hit that like button, guys. We're almost to 50. We need 5 more likes if you haven't hit it already. The more likes you hit, the more people can jump on in, and we can get more awareness to what's going on in Connecticut. They've got some out of control public employees in their town hall.
There's several town halls on my channel, bro, that pretty much all went sideways. Every one of them.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And the Constitution state, and I even said it in that live, isn't very constitutional.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, since you bring up constitutional, let's go ahead and play the Channel 12 news, since our first select Rudy brings up the Constitution and First Amendment. Let's hear what he thinks about it, shall we?
Yes. Let's hear that. This is what really I brought you guys here for, and this is going to be kind of a discussion. Here we go. Oh, I guess I have to. Oh, what the hell happened to it?
No, because it's like that at first. It's okay.
No, I can't hit play on it. Could somebody send me the link again to it in the private? Because I gotta remove this.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can. Hold on.
Yeah, I somehow I lost the deal, but I will get it here in just a second. Put it in private chat, and then I'll.
Firm audits. Spike,
Oh, here we go.
what's up?
Here it is. Hold on.
News
I can get it.
Ohio.
Never mind, Ellie. I can get it. I just
Ron, what's up? ATL, what's up?
let's go to Chrome tab. This one. Share. We should be good to go here. Okay, here we go, guys.
There's National Grinch Day. There's National Grinch Day today.
It's just flat out.
It's kind of sideways, guys. Sorry.
All right. In that group who thought they were doing a First Amendment audit, are you kidding me? Read the amendment and act accordingly. That's absurd. That was straight out intimidation.
First Selectman of Ridgefield, Rudy Marconi, is standing behind a town employee of 30 years after she was recorded at work by a YouTuber.
We all are brokenhearted for her in that she was intimidated. She asked very politely, please don't record me.
The group is called Accountability for All and was started by Joshua Abrams.
We just want to make sure that public employees have a healthy understanding that cameras are very important.
Abrams and another YouTuber walked into town hall in Ridgefield.
You filming me?
Yes.
Shut it off. Please shut it off. I don't want to be filmed.
Why did they block out her face? She's a public employee.
We try and do it in a non-aggressive manner. We try and be polite and let the staff know that, we're not there to try and get them upset.
Eventually, the employee gets up to hit Abrams with a folder.
You're going to have to call someone now. Unfortunately, she's in trouble.
Police were called and she was charged with disorderly conduct. Captain Jeffrey Rains with the Ridgefield Police Department says recording in public spaces is legal.
People have the right to go into any public place and film as much as they want.
The employee will appear in court on December 16th.
All right.
Set your calendars, people.
News 12, Connecticut.
Okay,
Now,
so
I got lots to say.
yeah.
So
Go
the
ahead.
chief obviously had his shit together because he said it's very legal. They didn't do anything wrong. Right there, he even admitted that Josh didn't do anything wrong. But here you have the first select Rudy, who says, the Constitution, are you kidding me? They should look it up and see what it means. And our hearts go out to poor Patricia, who was upset because she felt that she was being intimidated, but yet she got up, swatted him, walked around the corner, then came back to this intimidation to pass him, to sit down and casually cross her legs. Are you kidding me?
Okay. What
a spin on that story.
Yes, it was a spin, and that's what really pisses me off, and that's why I named the stream what I named it. Here's the really shitty part about everything. I'm sure first of all, I'm sure the interview that they did with Josh was more extensive than the 10 seconds that they played of Josh. Second of thing, did you guys notice that they got some things wrong there? A group called AFA. Like,
well,
what group
let's talk about how this got set up. Okay.
Right.
So the article first came out because the first select Rudy decided to contact media himself to get ahead of the story.
Yes.
Okay. The only reason why that story for Channel 12 was done with Josh was because he had to contact them and say, no, you have the story incorrect. That's not what happened. There is video. He, First Select, led them to believe there was no video at all.
Right.
But funny how the victim in this story was Josh, and yet they blur out the criminal's face.
Right.
She's the one that's charged and has to go to court, but they protect her, but they don't protect the victim.
Right.
What is wrong with these people?
No, I totally agree with that, Ellie. It's like a weird like fucking circle jerk in a way, because look, you got on one hand you have the city employee who I don't even know do you know what she does in that office?
She's the accountant.
Okay, she's the accountant for whatever municipality you guys were in. Right?
Ridgefield Town Hall.
Right. News Now Ohio says propaganda. I don't think it was propaganda. I think it was a blatant cover up all the way around, because they didn't even really want to talk to Josh about his side of the story. They just wanted a soundbite. And like Ellie said, they didn't even show the employee. If they would have showed that employee's face when they didn't show her hitting Josh as well. They showed her sitting at her desk, blurred out. Which is crazy. Why wouldn't you show the crime?
And they got to see it, but let's be honest, the lamestream media is going to protect their government officials, because who do you really think is behind running the news? Do you think it's us?
Right.
No.
Here's another question for you guys. Do you guys think that if it was a black guy on the street, that they would have blocked out his face if he had did something to AFA, and it was a news story? Do you think that his identity would have been protected? I mean, honestly,
no, not at all.
All right. So, I mean, I'm just pointing that out. I'm not trying to make it like a racial thing or anything like that, but I'm just pointing out, if this would have been somebody on the street, let's say a black guy, maybe a white guy, I don't know, but okay. And I did say circle jerk, Rosie, and I'll tell you why. Because you have the employee who was the offender, right? Not the person that was the crime was committed upon. Josh was the person that got assaulted. Not so then you have the cops that didn't give her an assault charge, which she absolutely should have been charged with assault. 100%. If I would have did the same thing in that office, if I would have went up to her and I would have
tased, shot, and fucking cuffed, and your legs would have been cuffed, and your hands would have been cuffed to your legs, and
no, listen, if I would have taken one piece of paper, right, which was way less rigid than the folder that she used against Josh, and I would have smacked her on her hand, I would have been in the back of a police vehicle on my way to jail, and there would have been no reprieve for me. And my face would have been all over the news. They would have put my mug shot up, all that stuff, right? With no blurriness, nothing. So that you have the cops who are conspiring. They're like, what can we do? I mean, we're going to have to do something. They've got video evidence. Maybe we can give her a disorderly conduct, and then the DA can just dismiss the charges, right? I guarantee that's what's going to happen. She's not going to serve any time. She's not going to get any reprimand for what she did, you know? So I think it's incumbent upon anybody in that area that has a camera to go straight up to that office and do the same exact thing that Hippie, and because what is she hiding? That's the question I'm asking, Ellie. What is that lady hiding that she's so violently upset at what
Maybe she's hiding what they're really doing with the taxpayers' fund.
That's a good question. So I think it's incumbent upon everybody in that area to get up there and go inside that office and record. Because
I placed in the chat the phone number to the town hall with her number.
They'll
and,
probably have
her
a
date.
gate up. If they don't have one already, they'll probably have a gate up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peppa. Yeah, they'll probably have a gate up by then.
Yeah,
You know what I
Motor
mean?
City says the article said the group wandered around, and that's true. I forgot about that, Motor City. No offense, Hippie, but wandering means moving around aimlessly instead of walking around filming. That's a good point. There was a purpose for them being there. They had business.
You know,
there.
any judge can look at all of my videos are very positive, unless one I had or two I've had where cops got rough with me, so I gave it back to them. Most times, if you show me respect, I show you respect. I don't see any reason for anything else. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
right. If I missed anybody in chat, I do apologize. I don't think I missed anybody, but if you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. I think let me check here. Last I checked, we were really
sing Hippie.
47, so we need 3 more likes. The other thing that really irritates me is the fact
Josh, for watch. What's up?
somehow a person's tenure, Ellie and Hippie, somehow a person's tenure, 30 years, gives them the ability to magically assault people, right? When I'd like to see that in their code of ethics handbook, their procedures, their policies, because I guarantee there's nowhere in there that says you can put your hands on a
AJot says you have 59 likes.
59. It says 49 here.
You have to go out and then go back in.
You have to refresh the page.
Oh, okay.
South Alabama actually said it too.
All right,
So
then you
it's
guys
true.
are right. Well, what is it? I'm gonna get out and then back in. Maybe that's what.
But her arraignment is December 16th. But I think people should be interested to call to find out, because she is on a administrative leave, which we know really means AKA paid vacation.
Right.
So she can do her Christmas shopping, but she needs to lose her job. And the fact that the First Select, Rudy, decided to stick up for her and give a way out for her with this and stand by her, he needs to also, because he is saying that violence is okay. And you know what? Enough with this, because if he would have defended himself, he'd be in jail. Just because she's a woman does not make it okay for her to assault people.
Yeah. And I also think that that you guys need to file complaints about that police officer for getting the charges wrong, because a simple disorderly
Actually,
conduct.
when he read it out, it fit the bill. It's different than like my state, Massachusetts. The wording, verbiage is different.
Okay. Well,
because the way assault is written there, I think it was more you had to have injury.
Well, didn't he not have a cut above his nose? Or
apparently, I mean, Josh didn't argue, and Josh knows, you know what I mean. So
Yeah,
he looked at the law, and I'm sure.
I guarantee that if that should happen here, and I got the same thing, I would have filed a report the next day for against the officer for getting the charges wrong, which
And
he
listen,
absolutely did.
I know that there's some people who don't like Josh, but you know what? You need to put that aside, because what you witnessed is just wrong. And you cannot say that the law is only okay when it's somebody you like versus somebody that you don't. So this is going to take everybody to be part of this. It might not seem important, but since the First Select, Rudy, wanted to put this out there in the media, he called the media, he called the news station, he called the newspaper and put his own spin on it. It's going to take all of us together to come together with this to make a precedent that this is not acceptable and it's not okay.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you
Yep.
guys.
Go ahead, Hippie.
I was just gonna read Car Thief's comment. Now it scrolled. Now you gotta read it, bro.
Town Hall got a blistering Google review from a certain unnamed car thief. I mean, I encourage that. If you guys are upset with what
Just be
happened,
positive. Don't be negative, but
you know,
speak your word.
yeah, don't use foul language because they'll just delete it unequivocally. But yeah, just I would definitely put out the whole Google review thing. I'm very very pro doing that. So um, you know, so there you go. I mean, I just, to me, this whole thing is appalling from all kinds of standpoints. But the main point that I wanted to get across, and this is kind of the crux of the discussion, is the fact that the media got this completely wrong, and I think it's really appalling. And I
Oh,
think
wait, no. Let me correct you on that. It's not that they got it wrong. It's that they intentionally put a spin
Intentionally, right?
because they were given the full video to see what happened.
You know,
They selected. They weren't given pieces. They were given the whole video because that video you can't say was from body cam because the police were not there when it happened.
right,
So they spliced it up to fit their narrative.
right.
right. And
The
here,
fake news.
you said it, Ellie. Like it. This isn't I don't like Josh thing, right? Josh and I haven't gotten along for the
Oh,
longest.
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Well, that's too
we've
bad.
had
Josh is a really nice guy, man. He's
we
one of the best guys I've ever hung out with. So
we've had
let's
our
not.
issues, Hippie, for and I'm not going to discuss them here, but
Right,
it
good,
has
because I wouldn't
nothing.
want. I'd probably just get off the piano.
Right.
It's
It
not a
has
bash Josh piano for sure, because
no.
Josh
I
is a really
look.
good friend of mine. So
Well, all I'm saying is, like I said, this isn't, a actually, Ellie said it correctly. He made himself look very, very good by this video because more than half of us would have done something completely different.
I even said
Um,
I would have. I
I'll
wouldn't
be
have
honest,
given her
I
that
would have.
option.
I was
right,
You
in the
know,
chat like, no,
he's a
no.
good
And
dude. Listen, this
Banana was the one that said, "Oh no, she has, Josh has given her the opportunity." And I'm like, that would not be me, and I still stand by that. I
yeah,
would have handled it totally different. But looking back at all of this and what happened, it only makes Josh look better, and that's why I said it doesn't matter whether you like Josh or not. You can't stand behind something and say this is wrong when it happens to somebody you like, but it's okay when it happens to somebody
right,
that you don't.
right. You have
What's
to be
right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And
right,
what
and
happened is disgusting. And it proves that our government works together with the media to
yeah,
change the stories to whatever they want. So
yeah,
this story did a lot, which is why I'm saying it might not seem important, but it is a lot bigger than what you think because they were given the entire video and they chopped out, they protected the criminal and showed the victim.
right,
They chose to do that. They chose to give more airtime to somebody who stood up for violence
right,
and assault that was an elected official into the government than they did to the victim themselves.
right.
Where is that okay in anybody's mind? It's not okay.
You
I
know,
like what John Denicola says. That news article was just a one-sided hit piece. Thank you,
Yep.
yeah,
John.
it was.
Agreed, 100%.
It was 100%. It's a good point, Ellie. Like, uh,
Dennison.
I guarantee if we were to talk to Josh and we were to talk to him about that the video, right, the news video, he would have told us that the video went way more extensive than that, and they pick and chose some very benign comments from him, right? Like I'm sure they asked him about, did you suffer any injuries? I mean, I didn't see them post that footage on their news stories,
Did
right?
anybody ask, does he need medical treatment? Can we get you a Band-Aid? Did anybody in that townsman or the
No.
police say, I'm sorry that you went through this. You shouldn't have had to. She should have kept her hands to herself. Let me apologize on her behalf, even though she's not willing to. Not one person stuck up for what they knew was wrong.
Right. And that's a good point,
Hawk
Ellie.
fan, I've said nothing but good things about Josh. Josh is a great dude. Sorry. Just wanted to comment on that comment there. Like,
Well,
I'm not here to say anything bad. There was nothing bad said about Josh. This is all about what the treatment that is going on. I
right.
love Josh. I've been going out with him quite a bit. He's a great guy, very kind.
The opinions of
Definitely.
Hippie do not necessarily, you
Well,
know,
I don't think it's a matter of that. It's just that, listen, if you truly are, tired of what the government is
right.
doing and what your police are doing and what the government officials
No.
are doing, then now's the time to put your money where your mouth is.
Oh, like I said, Ellie, like I've had my issues with Josh, but that right here, I'm giving Josh full credit for what he did and how he handled himself there. Like I said, like I'm guessing more than half of us would have not have acted that way. I might have acted in a similar manner, but I definitely didn't think about the angle of let her try to apologize and this whole thing could go away. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I wasn't thinking that side at all. I'm thinking more of that I would have probably have snatched that from her and smacked her right back in the face. It's
Here's my
probably what I
feeling.
Thanks,
would have done.
Hawkman.
Here's my feelings on the whole thing. If somebody hits me, I'm trying to get away from that person, right? So I might have left, I might have fled, and then I would have said, you know what, somebody needs to get the authorities because something happened here that's not right. And then I would have recorded it from there. I might have went back in there with the cops, but somebody that hits me like that, I mean,
And
she's dangerous, right?
now, Melissa put it's about what the government is doing to the public. If you don't think that the media is government, then you are kidding yourself
Right.
because they proved it right there. I know firsthand that they had the whole video. They could have chosen anything, but they took out the parts and they protected the person that was charged.
Why
The only
didn't
thing they said right was that she was charged with
right.
disorderly conduct, which she
Why
was. But
why did
why not show her for what she is?
right. And why did they not show the part where Josh was like, if she just apologizes, this whole thing could go away.
Even
Yep.
he
Right?
even
And I said
said,
that to
"Oh,
Josh
it's."
myself.
Right.
He
2
said
words.
3 times. He said, "I want to apologize. I
Yep.
mean, if she apologizes, I'll drop it." 3
He even
times.
he even said when they had to do the report, listen, you don't even have to do the report. All she has to do is apologize. 2 words would have changed this whole story and outcome.
Right.
2 little words. I'm
And
sorry. That's
he
it.
even Joshua even went above and beyond that, Ellie. He said it doesn't even have to be on camera.
Right.
Right.
She can
Yeah.
do it off of camera, right? It's crazy what happened there, and that's what I'm
So,
saying. Like, if whoever whatever your opinion is about Josh, he did the absolute right thing here. And as
yep.
a matter of fact, I think it's incumbent upon him to actually take this thing to court, regardless of the outcome of what happens with her, for a civil lawsuit. And I agree with Ellie. This would play perfect in Josh's favor because any jury is going to look at that and say, you know what? He gave her all she had to do was say sorry. Her fucking ego didn't let her do it.
And how intimidated was she when after she assaulted him, she walked away and then she came back.
She came back twice. I
So
counted 2 times.
she was not intimidated. But if you don't think that the media is doing this with every government story, you're delusional. Because they are. It's a clear case to where I can say that I personally know that they got the video because they were told that there wasn't a video. Then to find out that not only were they duped, but they go in, they get the video, they watch the whole thing, and still put the narrative that Josh could have done something to have, insinuated or incurred, her forwardness of violence. It's not okay.
Right. Hey, Hippie, was there cameras inside that
No, but I just got
office?
it again.
Hippie.
Yeah. Say it again, sir.
Was there hippies? Was there cameras inside that office?
No, that was when I was asking people to make sure we saw it on the live stream because I didn't think we did. They started saying in the chat, "Look up, look all around." There was no cameras in the upstairs at all,
Okay. That's
which was
that's
kind of strange.
That's
Pretty nice
disappointing
building.
and unfortunate.
Now,
And that,
News Now Ohio said she didn't because she would get into trouble for hitting him. Obviously, that's not the case because she was
Josh.
offered to do it off camera. And even though everybody got to see that video, including the first select, Rudy, okay, they still went to bat and defended her, knowing that the news media got that video. So, knowing that they got that
Well,
video, he still doubled down on what he was saying. So everything you hear on your local news is filtered through something to get
right,
approval
right,
before, based on
right,
what the government wants you to believe. But you guys got to see it live. You got to see it here on
right.
Hippie's video. You got to hear Josh's video through Hippie's video. And then you got to see the lamestream media actually take a spin on it, knowing that they had that video.
Right.
Just for fun says
yeah.
maybe Hippie set Josh up. Anybody think of that?
Are
Wow.
you trolling just
Wow.
for fun? Are you kidding? You've got to be kidding with that comment, right? Like that's, I mean, come on. If I had a wrench, I'd have sent that one away as well. Sorry, Car Thief. I have a very, very
No, it's fine.
select few wrenches in my chat, and I love you, Car Thief, but I've had problems with, and I prefer it this way, man. Like, just no offense to anybody that is wanting a wrench in my chat. Other side of life, welcome on in. Okay. So I guess let's go around the horn here and fire off some final thoughts. I'm going to start with Ellie, and then I'll go, and then of course Hippie gets the final word because Hippie was there. He was firsthand account witness to everything that happened, and let's
Okay.
let's go.
So,
Run.
final thought. Those of you who are part of the First Amendment group, whether you are an auditor, a supporter, a mod, you have concerns with what your government does, you have seen witness of all sides of what happened. You saw Josh's view from it. You saw Hippie's view from it. You heard what the First Select said. And then you saw the wonderful, great media that puts the stories out there to millions. So I personally ask that you guys call the Human Resources Department at that number that I posted in chat and find out when Patricia is going to be terminated from her job and why the taxpayers are paying for her little vacation and why our elected officials allow assault and violence to happen in their building and blame the citizens for it,
Yeah,
because you
that,
guys all got to see it. Enough is
sorry,
enough. So,
I,
now we got to put our money where our mouth is. And I've been trying to call that lovely place, and I calmed down today after I found out from Hippie that, they went on a radio station and the news.
No, we didn't go on a radio
No,
station.
not you guys.
No,
That they
they
did.
were
Right, that
talking
they did.
about us. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. So I decided, okay, maybe she really is busy. So I'm going to give her a couple of days to return my call because I wasn't going to be nice when I made the third call. But I think we all need to make those calls. And I don't generally ask people to make the calls all the time, but I think this one's really important.
Yeah, I agree. I think this one, and I really do hope that Josh. I don't know if Josh is listening or what, but I hope Josh makes the call to do a civil lawsuit after this whole thing is over because I think it's super important. One thing that's important that I wanted to bring up before I got to my final comments. Dennison was asking if these were elected officials or not. I know one.
Yes, first
is a
elect Rudy is
councilman.
elected.
Yes, he is definitely elected. He's like a council person.
Yeah. Patricia is not.
The one who blamed me for it, who said, "Oh, would you threaten her? What the hell? Why would you say that to someone you've never met in your life? I mean,
right?
Really?
That makes zero sense. All over a camera and transparency. Rosie says, I totally agree. Reach out to the selectmen. Yes, which I've never heard that term selectmen. I've heard of councilmen. I'm assuming it's the same thing, right?
No, selectmen. I think out here. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same concept, right? Councilman.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Select count. Whatever. My final thought is: did you have anything else, Ellie? Before I went?
No, but just answering the question that, as far as like mayor or anything goes, he would be like that equivalent. He is like that guy in that town that gets to run all the meetings and everything else like that. So Rudy has some issues, and then there is a human resource person as well that you can contact, because I don't think Rudy's going to be interested in talking to anybody. But hey, more power to you. Redress your government. It's important, and this is a prime example on why it is.
Yeah, yeah. My final thoughts on the thing, as I look at Sasquatch's comment, plot twist, hippie is an arch villain. um, yeah, selectman equals mayor. Fab Daddy says. I mean, if these officials can act this way for a common citizen with a camera who was basically pretty benign, I mean, is it annoying for us to go into these places and have a camera there and all that? I would say most undoubtedly, yeah, it could be annoying depending on your perspective of things, but you have to
Well,
understand you're a public official and your job is to serve the public, and we are
Well, and
allowed.
being annoying is not illegal.
Right, being annoying is not illegal, and that's my point, Ellie. And you know what? You should expect these things, right? It's not new for an auditor to go into a city hall or to record a politician or a council person or even a police officer. This isn't a new thing. This has been around for a very long time, and it's time they either get used to it, or you know what? I mean, you can not like it and try to change the Constitution. Good luck with that. But I mean, I think it's incumbent upon us to continue doing what you're doing, and I commend Hippie and Josh for doing what they did that day. I don't see absolutely anything wrong with anything that happened there that day with them. On their side of things. Now, I would call a spade a spade. Trust me, I would, if they had done anything to deserve any of this. But there was no indication on any video that either Hippie or Josh was aggressive in any manner whatsoever. I personally have witnessed way more aggressive things that auditors have done that are kind of questionable. And I don't advocate for any of those things. Ellie, you know the way that I feel about these things. I like for them to make the mistakes, right? First before I start in and even say anything. So final thing, I mean, I hope that you guys can your
Paul,
choice. Go ahead, Ellie. I'm sorry.
no, I was finishing your sentence. Call. He was saying,
Yeah.
I hope you people call.
Yeah, I hope that you can make the proper phone call. Ellie put the number in chat. I don't know if you want to post that again, Ellie, in there. But make sure you let them know how you feel, whether or not this person is going to be fired pending the outcome of this. I would have been totally, I am totally appalled that this happened, right? And I think it is incumbent upon us to make the proper phone calls and make sure that
thank you, Dennison.
Patricia is held accountable, because I think she's a dangerous employee, and I think she should hold no form. I don't care if she's been there for 2 days or 30 years, as the or as the selectman said. I think she should be held accountable. I also believe that the selectman should also be held accountable
Thanks,
for his
Harsh.
actions on that whole thing. So those are my final thoughts. Hippie, did you have anything you wanted to say before we ended this thing?
Nah, I'll make it pretty short. I'm just kind of, one, I'm sad that it all happened in the first place. But what really kind of hurts about the whole thing is that, we had a great time until that moment. And then they just spin it completely on us. It's just, and
Yeah,
then you got a guy who never seen me before in his life, accuse me of, what, did you threaten her? Like, wait, what?
right, right.
How
Well,
about being two men and sitting there and having a discussion about what happened
I
instead of
remember,
just
Hippie. I
accusing
remember.
me for something,
Right. I
you know?
remember I was really excited one day, Hippie, when I was out on a cop watch, right? And it was in Aurora, one of the worst police departments in the nation. I think second maybe only to Mesa, Arizona. But I was out there and I was actually really impressed at the way that these cops were handling a situation that they were in. And I was telling everybody in the audience, hey, this is the first time that I feel pretty good about what I've seen, and everybody acted appropriately. They didn't tell me to get the hell out of here. They didn't give me hell, none of that. And just as I did that, this idiot cop fucks it all up. You see what I'm saying? Like, you guys were having a great day, and it only took one of them to just ruin the whole interaction, and people wonder why we do what we do. So
Right. Yeah. I mean, I even said that to one of the cops, and Mr. Grumpy Face, by the way, because everybody was, hating on him the whole time. And at the very end, I said, "Hey, bud, are you gonna fist bump with me and smile, or what?" So he kind of gave me the grumpy look for a minute, and then he smiled, and we fist bumped. I thought that was pretty cool. It's
well, I
funny to
mean,
see Uncle Fester smile, even though he was doing it clearly for the camera.
Fab Daddy says Mr. Clean. All right.
You should.
Hippie, did you want to plug anything before we take off?
Now Dennison dropped me the singing hippie and the wandering hippie, and Pepper dropped it earlier, so
Can
we're
I
good,
just
brother.
address one more comment in
Yeah,
chat?
absolutely, Ellie. Go ahead.
Okay. Blue Unicorn put, I'm just saying I would not have had the lady arrested. I just wanted to comment on that. First of all, she wasn't arrested. She was given a citation. Second of all, she was given that by her request. Her choice was to apologize, whether it be publicly or privately, or be charged with disorderly conduct. She made that choice. Josh did not make that choice for her. She made the choice.
I know where
So,
Blue Unicorn is coming from with that comment, though. It's because, we don't want anybody hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's coming from
but
that.
she wasn't arrested. She was just giving a citation and
Yeah.
a court date. That's
Yeah,
all.
she was.
So
She was.
she did not go get put into a cage like the rest of us would have,
Right.
because
Right.
she's special. Patricia
Right.
is special.
Yeah, if I
Right.
did that, I would have been tased and handcuffed, and that's why they had their hands
Well, they
on
were
the
ready.
taser the
They
whole
were ready to
time.
tase you. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, everybody. Well, first of all, I want to thank Ellie for being up here and providing her insight. She's always very, very thoughtful in her analyses of these type of things. And I also want to thank Hippie for being on panel and explaining everything that happened that day. I thought this was a very pertinent panel to get on the record exactly what happened that day and exactly what the media is reporting as opposed to the real truth. And this is why people have a huge, huge issue with the mainstream
Right. It's
media.
why
So,
everyone kids around about fake news, right? Although we may not
right,
like the guy who said that, the truth is, you see it right there. I mean,
right.
there
And
was. God.
Dennison says disorderly conduct for assault when we get disorderly conduct for constitutionally protected activities. 100%. I want to thank everybody in chat as well. There's too many people in here to list out. You know who you are. And, I mean this when I say it. I love each and every one of you guys when you come in here and act properly. So thank you guys for being such an interesting chat and asking very pertinent questions for the panelist here. And with that, I think that's going to be just about. Real quick, shameless plug on for myself. If you're not subscribed, obviously you know how to hit that subscribe button.
See,
Hippie,
Judd.
are you going to be doing any singing hippie stuff tonight?
I might
Hippie?
do a live stream of about around 9 o'clock. I think.
All right.
If I
All
do,
right. So be expecting
you'll
that.
get
It's
it.
a ton of fun, you guys. If you haven't subscribed to Hippie, make sure you subscribe to his singing channel as well as his auditing channel. Thank you guys so much for joining. You guys will see me very soon as I embark on doing my screenplay. The writing is finished, the outline, and all I got to do is finish the script, and then it's filming. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for joining this edition of the MLH channel. And until the next one, peace, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Well, that was cool, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matthew.
See you, brother. I'll be live later, Josh.